Alright guys, welcome to class. And in our last section we talked about how to set up tax, that's tax in QuickBooks, and how to remit taxes, how to record remittances of the taxes we collected to the relevant government agencies. Now in this section of the video, we are going to be talking about how to set up our inventory. Remember, I told you that I usually like setting up my tax first before I set up my inventory, so that I can apply the tax rate on the item I'm setting up for my sales in QuickBooks. It should not be as if it is not like I set up the inventory first, then I will go back and still re-edit it and apply this tax on it. No, what I do is that I set up the tax first and then I set up the inventory or the item list as well. So that is what we're going to be doing in this section of the video. So how to set up and manage inventory / item list. So that's what we are going to look at. What are item lists or inventory? Inventory are those products we sell, right? So those are the products we sell, and those are the items that are going to be listed in our inventory list. So we'll go straight to it because we have already defined most of these things in our previous section of the video, and this is what we're going to do. So once your QuickBooks is open like this, you come to your list. When you come to your list, you now click item list. Now this is another way to do it. Or you can come to your inventory activities. When you come to your inventory activities, you click on inventory centers. When you click inventory centers, it will open. It will give you the same option just like the other one, though this one will be a kind of more detailed, and you'll see a lot of transactions in it, where you're going to see the inventory information for the item you selected. Now you can see that this is water, which I told you it was added when my screen was not recorded. I have made an explainer video on that, and I also promised that in our milestone project we are going to do these things. We are going to start over again and put these things step by step. I will make sure that everything is captured as I am recording. So that is it. So here you can see these are the inventory information. You can see the item name, you can see the description, you can see the average cost, you can see the cost, you can see the selling price, you can see the markup. Now you can see the margin. Then we have the inventory quick report, we have the physical count sheets, then we have the stock status. We have now in the stock status, quantity at hand we have 408, and the quantity on sales order we don't have anything. This quantity on purchase order we don't have anything yet. So these are what we have now. Quantity available we have 108, as you can see. Then here you can add the image of the item. Okay, let's say this is the image of the item. Where is it? Oh, where will I get image? Let's assume this my picture is the image of the item. Wherever, but we can add the image of the item here. So that is it. And when we want to do any adjustment on the inventory, we can come to manage transactions. This is where we can do any adjustment we want to do. We'll come to that later. So this is another way to do that. Then if you want to add a new inventory item, you can just click on new inventory item. If you click new, now this will give you this option. The same way if you click on this list, click on item list, this is what is going to give you. It's going to give you the list of your inventory items that are already in the system. So we have the water, we have the Seaways, which is Nutrimic. I have the Seaways, the company supplying that is Seaways. So that's just description we use to identify them. So we have the VAL, which you said that earlier on. So now we're going to add new item. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on item, then click on new. when you click on new, what is the item? Is it a service item or is it an inventory item? Now we have different types of inventory items you can enter. No, if you don't understand what this is, you can just click on any item, then you see the definition used for the services you charge for or purchase, like specialized labor, consulting hours, or professional fees. These are for services. Now, inventory item used for goods you purchase, track as inventory, and resell. So this is actually the one we are going to be using. But if you want to check other inventory items, you can check, but this is actually the one we are going to be using, the inventory part item, because this is an inventory item we track, we purchase, we track as inventory, and we resell as well. So the next inventory item we are going to put here, let's say the item is malt, then we can now say this malt will be like we are going to have different varieties of mods. We are going to have different varieties of mod. So this mod will be the heading, right? So after you have put that, now you select, you put a description for that, put a selling description too, then you now put the cost price of the mod. Let's say the cost price for this mod is, let's say, is 5,550. That's the cost price. Now you select the cost of sales account, so we are going to leave it on default cost of sales. We're going to leave it on default cost of sales, right? Cost of sales. So we're going to leave it on default. Now let's go back. Let's go to our price. And if you look at the price, let's say our price is 6,000, and this 6,000 is VAT inclusive. So since it's VAT inclusive, we can now say you should not charge VAT on this. And I say no VAT on it because it's VAT inclusive. But if we want to track the VAT paid, of course, that is what we want to do. We want to track the VAT on this. So it's going to be, let's just put a random figure. Let's just put a random figure and see what it's going to give us. So if you put it like this, now it will capture the VAT and round it up to whatever value is going to be. So that is it. Now let's also look at another place here. Now look at the inventory item. You can see that inventory information, this is it. It's a new item, and the inventory information, the inventory account is going to be our inventory, which is asset, current asset. You're going to click on current asset. By default, it's already there automatically. So by default is there. Now let's also go back. Now you can see what is the quantity at hand. Do we have any quantity at hand for this? I remember that this is just a heading item. Actually, I'm not supposed to put anything here. This place should be empty because this is just a heading. We are going to create other mod items as sub items on that mod. So after you are done that, you can just click OK. Okay, accounts, just say the income account should be sales accounts. So click OK. Now we have created the item. Now we're going to create sub items under this mod. So you can right click on it and say new. Now when you say new, you can just say, okay, since we have created mod, you can say Dubic can mod, because we have Dubic rubber, we have Dubic can mod. We now click sub item of malt, then it's going to be 5,550. They are now going to be selling, let's say 5,800. That's the selling price, 5,800. You can put the description. You can just put any description at all. You can put 5,800. That's the selling, which means that the selling price is VAT exclusive. So that is why we have this VAT ticked. Now we come to preferred vendor. If you have a vendor that used to supply you this item, you prefer him to be supplying it, you can select it. If you don't have, you can just leave it. Then you now come to income account. The income account is going to be the sales. It's going to be the selling and sales account. So we have this. Now the inventory, automatically this is selected. The quantity at hand. Now the quantity at hand for this item, Okay, the quantity at hand for this item, let's just say we have 10. We have 10 at hand. Then what is our minimum reorder quantity? Our minimum reorder quantity is reorder point when it is at 5. That is when we order. Then when it is, what is our maximum order quantity? That's our maximum order quantity. How many quantity do we want to order at a time? Okay, let's say we want to order 25 at a time. So all this in QuickBooks will take trial. So when our quantity is 5, it will automatically alert us that we are out of stock, and the maximum we can order per time is 25. That is what it means. So when was the date? You can see automatically QuickBooks has calculated the value of this 10 at hand. Then when, as of which date is this quantity remaining? Okay, let's say as of September 30th. Yeah, as of September 30th, that was when this quantity was available. So when you are done with that, you can click OK. Once you click OK, it will close immediately. But if you click on next, it will give you an opportunity to enter another item. So let's click next. So it has saved that one. It's now asking us to put another item. So let's say we have Martina. Automatically Martina is scanned, but let's just identify it. So you can see that the moment you put anything as a sub item to it, to indent it under that main heading. So Martina is 680, 6820, let's say. Then this one is automatically checked. But if if you have another account you want to track it, or if you want to track it separately, you can do that. Then we have this will be, let's say this will be 7550 VAT exclusive. Yes, everything we're going to be doing is VAT exclusive. So everything we're going to be doing is going to be VAT exclusive. So the quantity, the inventory account is automatically checked and selected. Reorder level, reorder points. At what points? Let's now know our quantity at hand first. Our quantity at hand, let's say, is 15. Our quantity at hand is 15. Our maximum order quantity is let's say 20. Then our reorder point, that's minimum reorder point. At what point will it get that we have to order another? Let's say is 10. Let's say 10. So and when it gets to 10, we can only order maximum of 20. So that is it. At what dates? You can say, let's just make differences on the date. Let's go with let's say on the 19, as of 19 of October. That was when the date. So once you're done, you now click OK. So you click OK or you click next. Either one is going to work. So you can see these are the two items we created. So we are able to enter these two items mods. So let's say we want to enter another item again, which is not going to be under mods. So let's say we want to enter what would I call it? Let's go again. New. It's an inventory part item. Okay, let's say we charge for delivery. You can also add services, delivery cost, and this is going to be like based on the distance actually. So we necessarily don't need to put the price on that. So we have delivery. Okay, we necessarily don't need to put the price in the price there. Just select an income account. Select an income account, and you select the sales account, or you can just create another account for that. Let's say this is delivery income. Delivery. Am I spelling it right? Then delivery, we can put it under sub account, which is going to be income, which is sales. So you can put a note on that. So the sales and the account number will now be 7479101. Let's just leave it like that and say save and close. So that's what we are going to select. We don't necessarily need to put the rate because it's going to be calculated based on the distance of the customer we are supplying the items to. So you click OK. So once you click OK, you can see that it's already there. Now we have already set up enter some inventory item. We have created a couple of inventory, and we have seen how to put it as a sub items to a head item. So that's what we did under the malt. We have the Dubic malt, we have the Martina as well. So and all of them are canned drinks. So we are also going to look at how to delete. Actually, if you want to delete any item, you just right click on the item. You either right click on the item and click delete. Because this item is already used in a couple of transactions, we won't be able to delete it. So you cancel this one or you make it inactive. So like this item now, I did not use it for anything and I don't want to be seeing it again in my system. I can just decide to say, okay, this item should be deleted. So because it is not used in any transaction, you can just click delete, it will delete. So you can see that the item is already gone. But any of the item that is already used for anything, you cannot be able to delete. Now if you also have made mistake on let's say spelling of an item or the numbering of an item, you can just right click on the item as well and click edit item, and you make any changes. Let's say we want to put this one too under mod. Let's say we want to put it, basically you know that it's not mod, so we want to put it under mod. You can just click, select it, edit it, and just put it under mod. It will automatically be indented in mod. You can ignore all this. So you can see it is already indented in mod. So that is how to edit, how to enter new transactions, and how to enter new items, and how to edit and delete items that you don't want, or how to make items inactive if you're not using them again. Also, you can do this thing if you have multiple items that you want to import as a whole. If you want to import items or you want to enter multiple items at once, you can just click add multiple. Right click, then you click add multiple. So let's right click anywhere, then click add and edit multiple items. So if you do that, this is what you're going to have. So this is what you're going to have. Is it a service item you want to add? No, you know, it's not. Let's say it's an inventory part item. So these are the inventory part item we already have. So you can just add the items you want to add, make the necessary fields you want to add. So when you are done, you click on save changes. So because we did not add anything, that's why I decided to close it. All right, so let's go ahead now. I'll also show you how to adjust inventory item, because automatically if you create an inventory item and you have already set the quantity, or let me just do it so you will see what I mean. So let's say we have this item. Let me create a new item. Let's say we have this new item. This is going to be, let's say, what should I call this now? Let's say we have Pepsi. Yeah, it's a mineral. Let's say we have Pepsi. We want to put it under an heading. Okay, it's a sub account. So let's say we want to put it under mineral as the heading. So we click on add new account because we don't have it. Select it's an inventory part item. You say minerals. This is minerals. Blah 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 blah. Yes, we just have to select this account. When you select this account, now you can just click OK. So if you click OK, it automatically be this Pepsi will automatically be indented under minerals. So now the cost of the Pepsi is going to be 2,350. That's the cost. Let's say the selling price is VAT exclusive, because everything, like I say, everything we're going to be doing is VAT exclusive. So the Pepsi is going to be 550 VAT exclusive. So let's select the income account. We have the sales account. We'll now select the sales account. Now let's say we forgot to add all these details here. if we go to add a quantity at hand, if we go to add a quantity, quantity at hand and the minimum order quantity. So what we did, we click OK and it closed. So automatically what it means that we cannot be able to edit this thing from here again. This quantity, we did not put it, and actually we have inventory on this item and we forgot to record the quantity at hand. So you can see that the only option we have here is the minimum order level and the minimum order level and the maximum order quantity. So let's say we edit this. We say our minimum order level should be 10, our maximum order quantity should be 30. So this is what we can only, but still it does not give us, because this has no any monitoring value yet. This has no any monitoring value. It's just telling us, okay, at this quantity we should order new items, and at this quantity and this is the quantity we should order max on that item. So we click OK. So still it doesn't make any sense, because let's say we have this item, we have like the 20 at hand currently. So how are we going to edit this now, since we don't have the options? That is where this item, this inventory activity adjustment comes in. That is where that comes in. So you can either click on vendors here and see the inventory activities. You click on whatever changes you want to make. So if you click on inventory center, it will give you the information of the selected inventory. Let's say the inventory we want to select is this. Now you can see that here we don't have any quantity at hand. There's nothing that shows. It shows that we don't have this item at all in our store. So what are we going to do in this case? Now we're going to say, okay, it's either you select from the vendors list, inventory activities, then you select adjust quantity and value on hand. That is what we want to do. We want to adjust the quantity and value on hand. So either you select from there, or when you open this, you click on manage transactions. When you click manage transactions, you adjust quantity and value on inventory. So you click adjust. Once you click adjust, you see this these dates. You see that the date that is selected. Now you see the inventory account, the adjustment you want to make. So which account do you want to adjust? Adjustment account. So the adjustment account is going to be on our cost of sales. This account specified for the adjustment is either an income or the account specified for the adjustment is either an income or an expense account. Most people offset the changes in inventory value to an income account. Let's say we want to use the income account as well. Let's say we want to use this sales. Now when you select that, is it quantity or value you want to do? We want to adjust both quantity and the value, right? So when you select quantity and value, now you now find the item. Which item are you trying to adjust? The item we were trying to adjust is what we call is the Pepsi item under minerals. Yes. So when you enter here, you can choose to put the description. Now you can come here, quantity and hand. You can see all these places are locked because we cannot be able to do anything. We can't add anything here. They are locked from inception. So what you will do is here where you're seeing new quantity. Remember we say we have 20 new quantity. That's what we are going to put. When you add the new quantity, automatically it will calculate. The difference between the new quantity and the old quantity is this. So this can happen in some cases where you over imputed items in the inventory when you are entering the inventory in QuickBooks. What you need to do is come and say, what is the new quantity you actually want to call? Let's say the quantity that we selected here. Let's put another item. Let's say this is quantity at hand is not supposed to be 15. Let's say the quantity at hand is supposed to be, let's say 10, but we put 15. So here you're going to say -5. When you put -5, it's automatically you just put 10. Put the 10. The new quantity is going to be what is going on? So new quantity, our quantity at hand is 15, right? Now what is our new quantity? Our new quantity, let's say, is 12. That is what we're supposed to do. That is what we are supposed to have as our new quantity, right? As our quantity at hand, not 15. So when you put 12 now, because this 12 is lesser than this, so then you're seeing minus 15. That is what you are seeing the difference. So it automatically adjusts the quantity at hand from 15 to 12. So that is what we are seeing here. So that is another way you can do that. So let's save these items. Let's save this item. So once you set it as at when was this adjustment made? As at 19, right? And that was as at yesterday. So you click save and close, or save and new. So this is the reference number. You can just click save and new. So let's see. Let's view our inventory report. Let's check our inventory report. You can see now, in the quantity available, we have 20, quantity at hand, which is also 20 here. Now, what happens to the one we adjusted? Now, the material we adjusted was 15, but now we have 12. So you can see the adjustment has been effected successfully. That is how to make inventory adjustment in QuickBooks. Now, look at another thing. If you go to your item list, you can see that everything is reflected the way it's supposed to do. So the Pepsi, we have 20, which is what we added, but initially when we started it here, we don't have it. You can see that everything has checked out, right? So that is how to enter inventory. That's how to enter inventory, delete, edit, and adjust inventory level. Thank you, and see you in the next class.